of a time not so long ago when everything seemed possible. Like ghosts, those moments that even behind closed eyes can still raise goosebumps and stir the soul.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Lots of pink all around for this Mother's Day matchup between the Cleveland Indians and the Oakland A's. Ruben Bravo makes his big league debut right after this. Paul Blackburn, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
This guy's a pretty good pitcher, and I was looking through the stats, and one thing jumped out at me: a sub 1.20 whip coming into this start. That tells me a couple of things. One, he's not afraid to throw strikes, and two, when he does throw strikes, he throws quality, and he still gets people out. It'll be fun to watch this guy work in this one today.
Ready now. Mike Freeman, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line towards center field. Laureano patrolling center makes the play. 1 out. Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Matty, I'm a little concerned with the play of Tyler Naquin. Over the last 10 games, he's only hit 1 home run, and as a guy that hits in the middle order, they're expecting a lot more from him than just 1 bomb. The power just hasn't been there over this stretch.
And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. 2 hits and 8 tries for the series. First delivery to him on the way. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. And Dan Dero, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, they were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5. Prior to that. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
You know, it's great to be patient, make a pitcher work and all that stuff to try to get walks, but you have to be ready to hit. And that was a really hittable pitch, and now you've got to deal with an 0-2 count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit down the line at first, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Digging in, Jose Ramirez, and he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. First offering on its way. A bouncer up the middle, taken in by Simeon. And the off-balance throw is right there for the 3rd out. And a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. So a fairly painless top of the 1st. And the A's will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Dan Otero is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Cleveland. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage. Into the box now, Marcus Simeon. And he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. So, fellas, this Indians ball club, as they begin play here this afternoon, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games. Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal the series right here.
A shortstop behind with a 1-2 count. Sent back up the middle to his left. Lindor throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away. Time now for a glance at Bob Melvin's A's starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, I'll keep an eye on the leadoff guy and see what he can do in this one. He's got an on-base percentage of over 400 coming in. The elite hitters in the game put up numbers like that, so he has to be feeling really good about what he's done so far this season. I'm sure his club is pleased just as well.
And that brings up Chad Pinder. He appeared as a pinch hitter in yesterday's contest. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, decent strike zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, the leadoff man wasn't able to do his job, but the number 2 hitter came through right there with the single, setting the table for the big boys.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Hey, you know what? Right there, he executed a pitch. He can't worry about where it's going. He just wants to put it on the ground right there, give his defense a chance to work, and it found the hole, period, the end.
Here's Chris Davis now, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Comes set and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
And rarely do you see a player of his caliber fooled that badly, but he was tied up in knots that time. 2 away now.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys, because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Here's Jurickson Profar, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. The numbers offensively pretty dismal to this point, down in the 170s to start play. 3 homers and 8 runs batted in. Ready with the 0-1. Got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
I always say hitting's a process of elimination at the plate. I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row back-to-back. I don't think there'll be a third.
Half swing that time. They'll appeal it down to third. No swing, says Gary Simmons. It's ball 1. From the stretch, the 1-2. This is pulled into right. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. An inning in the books. Scoreless on MLB Network. So coming to the plate, Francisco Lindor to step in to lead it off for Cleveland. He'll be followed in the order by Jason Kipnis. In there for strike 1. Lindor, who fittingly goes by Mr. Smiles sometimes. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
All right, guys, here's how the Oakland A's are lining up defensively. And, guys, one thing I want you to be mindful of in this one. We were here early, pregame, watching these guys take extra reps, ground balls, throwing the ball across the diamond, fly ball, shagging. This team has the highest fielding percentage in the American League. And the amount of work that goes in playing stellar defense, and I think that's what makes this team really good.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. The 0-2 once more. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. The next 0-2. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
My man on the mound has just got great strikeout stuff working for him these days. Looking back at his last start, he racked up 9 Ks, and now he's looking like he could put up similar numbers in this one.
Here's Leonis Martin, and there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season. Now here's the pitch. Good downward action there, and it's 0-1. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. Blackburn has a reputation as a strike thrower, although that doesn't often result in a ton of strikeouts. A typical start may find him with a low walk total and the ball in play a lot.
Matty, he's what they call today.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Indians go down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Set to get his day started, Chris Herman, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone.
Hate to do it, but I've got to question the pitch calling right there. With a guy like this at the plate, you got to attack him with your fastball instead of pitching him like he's a middle of the order power guy.
Now the 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
Taking all the way that time. It's 3-1.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone. Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away.
Time for a look at the Cleveland Indians defensive setup today. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. He was hitless in yesterday's shutout loss, as were many of his teammates. First offering on its way. Lower part of the zone, but it's taken for a strike.
Hey, if he's going to be able to dot up his sinker down and away like that all game, you are in for a situation where you're going to see a lot of ground balls and a lot of weak contact.
Freeman giving chase. He can't get there as it falls in.
Batting 8th, the third baseman, Franklin Barreto.
Now at the plate, Franklin Barreto. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that misses, ball one.
Count 1-0.
Now the 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one. Laureano, a runner at first with one gone in the inning. Runner goes. He swings and misses. Throw down. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. Well, when a stolen base is that close, it's interesting to check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, you'll want to focus on the top speed. Really good, and it paid off there. The 1-2 misses, ball two. One out and a runner on second base. Grounded to short. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Man at second here with two away. And striding into bat next, it will be Mark Canha. He's set and the pitch. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike.
Hey, he caught him off guard right there. I like that pitch. High fastball executed. I know he's known for the sinker ball, but if he can get some eye levels up and down, he's going to have some success.
Bottom of the second here with no score. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Lays off it to even the count 2-2.
Man, 35 pitches with only 2 outs in the second inning. Ideally, you'd like to have 30 or less after 2 innings, so he's got some catching up to do.
2-2. Here it is. This one's outside. Quite a bit off the plate that time.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. The A's strand one. Will move to the 3rd with no score. Here now is Jake Bauers. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball just misses. That's ball one.
Finally a take. No, seriously, that's the first pitch they've taken the entire game.
The 1-0. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Pinder arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. So one gone in the inning now, and it's time for a look at the standings in the AL West. You just see where the A's find themselves entering play here today. So one man gone for Cleveland here in the third. And up next, the San Diego area native Bradley Zimmer. First pitch coming. Here it is. And there's the first hit of the game for Cleveland.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out ambush tactics. First pitch fastball middle in, and he's able to drive that for a nice single.
Into the box now, Ruben Bravo, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2. Well, making it to the bigs was far from guaranteed for him. It's got to be a great feeling to finally have that major league jersey on his back, huh?
And he's done exactly that. And I'm sure he's had to prove himself to himself at moments, had to look in the mirror and decide, is this what I want to do with the rest of my life, grinding it out on the buses in the minor leagues. But it all comes to fruition now, stepping into the batter's box in the big leagues for the first time.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Left center, base hit. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Ruben Bravo has just collected his first hit in the big leagues, and as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
And the next batter will be Mike Freeman as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat. The 0-1 pitch is in off the plate.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down on it unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
Ready on 1-2. Here's a little chopper up the middle, scooped up, and that's the second out.
Now
so 2 on with 2 away, and into bat next it'll be Tyler Naquin. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. The set and the 2-1. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. On to first, and the driver held in check as the inning is over. Indians strand a couple. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
We're back now as the A's are ready to bat in the third inning, and as they do, it's worth mentioning that their lineup has been one of the best in baseball this year. They entered the day's contest leading the major league in home runs. And talking with some of the hitters during batting practice, they said home runs are a big part of their game, but it's not something they're going for when they step into the box. They said as long as they're attacking good pitches to hit, their swings will oftentimes do the rest. Guys?
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Leading off for the A's.
So it's back to the top of the order now. And up next, a Berkeley area native, Marcus Semien. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike one. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball one. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit on the ground to short. Lindor fields it cleanly. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash. So with one away, time for a check of the American League Central Division as you get a look there at where the Indians find themselves in the race. Settling in now, Chad Pinder. He reached on a single in his first try. First delivery to him on the way. And a ball 1-0. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Good pitch to hit, a sinker down the chute, but it's taken for a strike. The 1-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. Takes this the other way to right. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. So that's a pair of hits for him now this afternoon as he lines that one sharply into right. And that's a good time to check out our A's leaderboard, and it shows that he currently ranks 3rd on the squad in that department. So 1 gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And that brings in the big power hitting first baseman, Matt Olson. First pitch of the at-bat. And that's in there for strike 1. This year against right-handed pitching, Olson has a batting line residing in the 290s, looking to boost that even higher here. Oh, and 2, here it is. Runners off for second. Got him swinging to throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Another look at the throw down that results in a 3rd out on the bases. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this.
Leading off for Cleveland.
In now, Jose Ramirez. He'll try to get it going here to begin the fourth.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
No, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first two pitches to strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound. Give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. Strike one to start the at-bat. Hot shot down the line, and he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Yeah, they've been stymied so far in this one, but they've strung together a couple hits and are poised to finally break through. A base hit to the outfield, and we've got the makings of something special working here.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, line down the left field line. But this is going to get foul. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Took something off the curveball there. 76 miles an hour. It's 0-2.
This is a situation where the offensive player just needs to do his job. Take inventory, infield back, get you a ground ball somewhere in the infield, preferably off the corners, and get your team the lead.
Only play is going to be at first, so that'll go as an RBI that brings home the opening marker of the ball game.
Really good job of putting the ball in play right there. Even though it wasn't a base hit, it does bring the go-ahead run for his team.
So digging in now, Leonis Martin. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
He's been great on the mound up until this inning, and yeah, he and his guys are behind 2-0 now, but if he can seal the leak and hold these guys right here the rest of the way, this is still going to be a start he can be proud of.
Stepping into the box, Jake Bauers. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Curveball looked at here for strike one.
He's been pitching really well so far in this one as we cruise into the middle innings. One of the big reasons why, 80% first pitch strike ratio. If he continues that, he might be able to finish this one.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. 2 runs, 4 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. And there's a line drive base hit to left field.
Well, that's just a case, D-Roll. You got to make a little bit better pitching with 2 strikes. Jumps ahead 0-2, and then a couple of foul balls, and on pitch number 5, he squares one up for a base hit.
Yeah, I can't tell you how nice that feels right there. You battle to get and count leverage and fight to get your ace swing off. 0-2, you're almost turned around walking back to your dugout, so that's a nice piece of hitting.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Here's the 1-0. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. The 1-2. Lifted the other way to left center. Pinder on the move. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Indians lead it 2-0. So striding in, Chris Davis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the at-bat.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
Sharp ground ball toward the hole. And there's one down now.
Up next for Oakland, the second baseman, Jurickson.
Striding in, Jurickson Profar hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 home. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Martin is under it. 2 gone.
The catcher, number 5.
At the plate, Chris Herman looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, big time K last time up, and it's been a tough series for him so far. You can tell he's just not seeing the ball off this team. Let's see if he can make an adjustment right here.
0-1 the count. 0-1, here it comes. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 2 for him on the year. And the A's are on the board now. It's a 2-1 ball game.
This is just one of those parks where the ball seems to jump off the bat a lot more during the day. This is the first one of the day, but we might see a few more before this one's over.
Here comes the Indians manager to make that slow trip to the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So as he departs, not exactly sure why he's getting the hook, as he's given up just 1 run, but nevertheless he's on his way to an early shower. Danny Salazar answers the call from the pen here in the 4th, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. Stepping in now, Ramon Laureano, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it. Freeman makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Standing in, Ruben Bravo. He singled his last time up.
The catcher, Ruben Bravo.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Kenna is right there, and it's a very quick out, number 1.
The right fielder.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Mike Freeman. A line out and a ground ball for an out on his line so far. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of these hitters.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. He looks to be back in control now here in the 5th as that swung on and missed. It's 0-2 now. Popped him up. And he'll put this away for the second out.
Now
digging in, Tyler Naquin. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball on the first pitch, and it's taken for strike 1.
All bets are off for the offense right now. This guy's got a low pitch count. He's attacking the zone. They have to get more aggressive. This guy's not going anywhere.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw on to Olsen will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. They lead it 2-1. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on the A's hitters to this point. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
All right, Heidi, thank you. So stepping in, Franklin Barreto. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Franklin Barreto.
First pitch of the at bat on its way. Maybe a favorable call there, taken for a strike. This one over to first in time for the out.
The right fielder, number 20.
So now it's Mark Hanna. Lifetime against Danny Salazar. A number of meetings. He's 1 for 7. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Changeup. A little bit inside. 1-0. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. A ball and a strike. Bases are empty, one man out. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Hit out towards second. Kipnis is there. And there's out number 2.
The batter, number 10.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Marcus Semien. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. High in the air out to center field. Naquin's under it. And that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Our score remains 2-1. Now at the plate, Jose Ramirez. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst on the scene in 2016, just absolutely set that lineup on fire. They were looking for a guy to bail out Michael Brantley, and the production they would miss from him in the lineup, and Jose Ramirez filled that admirably. You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now this is on the ground here for Profar at second. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jason Kipnis. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. In there, and it's 0-1. Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. But he's going to get there as he runs it down on the warning track for the second out of the inning. So a runner at second, 2 down now. And in to bat next, the left-handed outfielder, Leonis Martin. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Ramirez at second with 2 down. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
Oh, got him looking at the 2-seamer, and that'll end it. 1 left for the Tribe. They still lead it 2-1. James Poit enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Now pitching for the Indians, number 50, James Poit.
Striding into the box, Chad Pinder. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat.
The left fielder, Chad Pinder.
Now here's the pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Hot shot on the ground is short. To his left, Lindor. And there's 1 away. Coming to the plate now, Matt Olson. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Olson.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
1-0.
And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. And he is safe at second base as he legs out a double. Wow, he almost made a heck of a play in left.
Yeah, Barry, you can't fold the left fielder there. You'll see he makes a tremendous effort, but he just can't haul it in, and it gets past him for an extra base hit. Like the effort, though.
Next will be the designated hitter, Chris Davis, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Has a look now to pitch. And he gets ahead 0-1. Both teams with 6 hits so far. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side in multiple ways. You can go fastball up, you can go breaking ball down. One of the keys getting ahead, and he's done a very good job of that so far.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Chris Davis goes down for the second out here in the bottom half. In now, Jurickson Profar, unable to find the zone with the slider. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Inside with the slider, 2-2. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More to come on MLB Network's Sunday Baseball after this. Back here at the Coliseum in Oakland. 7th inning coming up with the Indians on top. But before we get any further, let's check out our game summary for the first 6 innings. Stepping up to the plate, Jake Bauers. It was a single for him in his last at-bat.
Jake Bauers.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit out towards second. Profar ranging up the middle. Beautiful diving stop. Safe. Remarkable play just to stop that ball, but it's going to go into the books as a hit, and the leadoff man is aboard.
Hey, that's a heck of an effort by that second baseman right there. I didn't think he was going to be able to get to that ball. Nice diving stop to keep it in the infield, but you knew that runner smelled knock. He kicked afterburners on getting down the line.
Swung on but fouled off to the left. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. The 0-1 on its way. Drilled down the line. So that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Another 0-2 home. Left side, but well foul.
Hey, I'm loving this right now. Classic battle. 5 foul balls in a row. I'd love to see this next one put in play for sake of pace of play, but I love the fact that he's battling.
Profar for one. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out. Striding in for the Indians, Ruben Bravo. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Zimmer makes a break from first. Fouled away. Set to deliver the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Ruben Bravo goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it, like he did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
From the stretch. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Right side. It's flagged down deep in the hole. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. Indians lead 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Adam Simber gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
90, Adam Simber.
Chris Herman will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there at the letters 0-1. A couple of lefties start to get loose now in the bullpen. The 0-1 pitch. High fly ball out to deep right field. And that is off the wall in right field. And he'll get in at second base as the tying run's aboard with a leadoff double.
Number 22.
Wow, when I heard that and saw it leave his bat, I thought we were going to be all tied up, but it just didn't have enough to get out of here, so he's going to have to settle for a double. Tying run on second, and now things are officially getting interesting.
Standing in now, Ramon Laureano, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. So far this season, with runners in scoring position, Laureano is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game. He's just expanded the zone entirely too much in these situations.
2-0 count. The pitch is looked at for the first strike. Simber, a 6'4" right-hander. He was a 9th-round pick back in the draft of 2013.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
And now they'll try and get that tying run to third as he puts this one down. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
You can't ask for anything more than that. The tying run moves over to third now with only one out. So we'll see how the infield decides to play it here.
And next up will be Franklin Barreto. He's got Matt please. Chapman will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 26, Matt Chapman.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 home is laid off for ball 2.
This would seem like an easy RBI situation. 2-0 count, runner in scoring position, but you have to know there's an open base, and he might be pitching around you.
Herman stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. Outside, 3-0 now.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Three and one.
Count it 3-1.
Ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take, and a walk is the result.
So we've got runners at the corners here, 1 away, and striding into bat next, it'll be Mark. Stephen Piscotty will look to provide a little punch off the bench as he'll hit with runners at the corners and 1 out in the inning.
Stephen Piscotty.
Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. And they're runners at the corners now. Up top, it's 2-0.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Marcus Semien is on deck. Here it is. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Three balls and 2 strikes for Stephen Piscotty.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or you're still looking for the double play ball?
This is a great spot to be in as a pitcher. You have 2 strikes. You can bury one for a potential strikeout, and at worst, keep the ball down in the zone. You might be able to turn one pitch into an ending double play.
Good battle. Count remains full. Now here's the check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing. So that's ball 4.
Up next for Oakland.
He almost got him to commit there. As we take another look at it in slow motion, he comes awfully close to breaking that plane, but he was able to hold back. Strong wrist, and he gets a trip to first because of it.
Tyler Olson, who's called upon to pitch, really needing that double play ball. Bases are loaded here with only one man out.
Olson.
Now at the plate, Marcus Semien. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
First pitch of the at-bat. And obviously looking for the ground ball here as this misses low. It's 1-0.
Obviously a huge situation in the game here, but at the plate he's got to keep it simple. He can't try to do too much just because the bases are juiced. At the very least, just find a way to get that tying run home from third.
1-1 the count. Hit on the ground toward the left. Kipnis on to first, and talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Matt Chapman is going to go ahead and stay in the ball game and play third now.
Now playing third base, number 26.
Stephen Piscotty will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Now in right field, number 25, Stephen Piscotty.
Stepping up now, Tyler Naquin. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
The center fielder, Tyler Naquin.
Liam Hendricks has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 16, Liam Hendricks.
Here it comes. Hit hard down the left field line, but this will be foul. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Now a fastball. Oh, look below the knees, but he rings him up anyway, and there's one gone. And there are the final numbers for the Oakland starter. It was a really nice day on the mound for him.
Well, this is one of those as a pitcher where you don't get rewarded for pitching well. He threw the ball great in this one. Didn't get much run support. He's in line for the loss, and he deserves a much better fate. He threw the ball pretty well in this one.
First pitch on its way. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
The windup and the 0-1. Back up the middle. Simeon's got it. Throw not in time, and he's in there with his third hit of the afternoon. Hold on here, though. That was really a close play, so they're checking to see if they want to challenge that safe call.
Here's another look at it now. I couldn't really tell when I saw it at full speed, and I'll tell you what, it's still not clear to me from that replay. We'll see if they decide to challenge it after they look at it from a few more angles.
And indeed, they will elect to challenge the call. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will review the play from all available angles to come to a final decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Athletics.
All right, so here's one final look at it.
Play.
Now remember, there has to be indisputable video evidence in order to overturn the call. He was called safe and probably could go either way, but I don't think there's enough right here to change the call.
And we'll get our answer here as the headsets come off, and the runner is safe. So the ruling is confirmed, and they'll lose the ability to challenge for the remainder of the game.
Safe at first base.
So here's Francisco Lindor now, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Lifted down the line in left. Pinder is after it, but this will land untouched. Working for the punch out and the offering. A ball and 2 strikes. Ramirez leads off first with 1 away. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Now batting, Jason Kipnis. In previous meetings with Liam Hendricks, he brings a more than respectable .357 batting average. He also has 1 home run. Here's the first pitch to him. To short. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. But the recovery throw will be in time to first. Good job that time of not giving up on the play, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Tribe. They lead it 2-1. Ready once again, Chad Pinder. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And it's 1-1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
Wow, that changeup is an absolute beaut. They call it the great equalizer for a reason.
Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. The throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
The batter.
Looking at this, you know he had to be sitting on that pitch because he jumped all over it. Tried to keep him off balance with the old Uncle Charlie, and he was having none of that. Not a bad pitch. He was just waiting for it and blasted a leadoff double.
Into the box now, Matt Olson, as he'll take a look at ball 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Ball taken for a strike on the inside.
Hey, I don't blame him right there, giving up on that inside curveball, little front hipper. That's a tough pitch. You just can't figure out where the point of contact should be.
Hit out towards second. And that's through into center field. Base hit. He's safe. The throw is offline. And we are tied here in the 8th.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen, and I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sink and cut. That is unbelievable he's able to get that knock in that big spot.
Into the box, Chris Davis, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Stepping in now, Jurickson Profar, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. There's a changeup taken, but it finds the zone on the inside. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strike. Line drive to center field. Naquin is there. 2 gone.
The catcher, number 5, Chris Herman.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and here's the utility man Chris Herman to bat now. He's set. Here it comes. Fastball in there for a called strike. And I'm not sure, but it looks like he may have been blindfolded for that swing. It's 0-2 now.
For the most part, he's looked really locked in at the plate in this game. Not so much on that swing, though.
Ready on 0-2. This is pulled into right. Freeman is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 2 hits lead to a run here for Oakland. We've played 8 full, and we are tied 2-2. Ready for another shot now. Leonis Martin. In previous meetings with Liam Hendricks, he's 0 for 5.
Leonis.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Smoke toward the hole. And that is into right field. So the leadoff man's aboard here to kick off the 9th.
The first baseman, number 10, Jake Bowers.
In now for Cleveland, Jake Bowers. Go ahead run at first. Nobody out. Here's the first pitch. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. Anyway, 0-2 now.
2 great pitches down in the zone. Interested to see where he goes now. Does he bounce
it? Just pulled it a little foul. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And another foul ball. Ready with another two-strike offering. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
And that'll bring in the San Diego product, Bradley Zimmer. No balls and a strike to count. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
0-2 to count.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. Ready with another two-strike offering. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. And he takes strike 2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
There's another slider. That's back-to-back good sliders. And this guy's breaking ball is really good. And when he's throwing it, well, like
swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So no runs on a hit here. No errors. 1 man left on. The A's look to send their fans home happy. Bottom of the 9th coming up. Jason Irwin will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
Jason Irwin.
Digging in now, Ramon Laureano. He'll lead off the bottom of the 9th inning.
The center fielder, number 22.
Here's the first pitch to him. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hole. 0-2. Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Yeah, and I don't understand that approach at all, Matty. He's not really known for having a whole lot of pop in his bat, but he is known for having really good speed. So personally, I'd much rather see him with a controlled swing and try to put the ball in play.
Bowers is over, and he puts it away for the first out. Digging in for his second at-bat, Matt Chapman reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. The 1-1 home. Is strike 2 swinging.
It's amazing. I tell so many fans, you get in a box one time, the one pitch you're going to swing at more than any other is that elevated fastball. Your eyes light up as an offensive player, and you just cannot get to it.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Naquin's under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. At the plate, Stephen Piscotty.
The right fielder, Stephen Piscotty.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that misses inside. 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Looked like the sinker there dipped a little below the knees.
2 outs here, and the focus needs to stay sharp. You don't want that lineup turning over in an inning if you can help it.
And that misses as well. 3-0. The 3-0. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, that 3-0 pitch might have been important for him right there. Regroup, get his mechanics back under him, and drive something down through the strike zone. Wouldn't throw the exact same pitch right here. Might want to cheat towards one of the corners.
Here's a strike with the breaking ball. Swing and a miss got him reaching. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. A's are gone in order, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Blake Trinan takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings.
Number 39, Blake Trinan.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Mike Freeman. He'll be the one to start things out as we begin the 10th.
Hey, it's never easy scoring runs against a closer, but this lineup is setting up perfectly right now as the leadoff hitter leads off this inning.
Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Trying to go the other way. This is looped out toward third, and this will be no problem over at third, and there's the first out. Now with the play, Tyler Naquin struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit hard, but this is a foul ball. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Ready with the 0-2. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. He struck him out the third time he's fanned in the game. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Standing in now, Jose Ramirez, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. 3 for 4 so far, and seeing it well in this ball game. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. 2-1 to Jose Ramirez. 2 out, nobody on. Line hard, but this is a foul ball. Here's the 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The set and the 2-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Outside in a full count, 3-2.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his own, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
Just hung in there on that one. Grounded back up the middle. Throw on to Olsen will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Oliver Perez comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning.
Oliver Perez.
Now in the box, Marcus Semien. He was a double play victim last time around.
Shortstop.
Yeah, rolling it.
Semien.
First delivery to him on the way. In there, no balls and a strike. Here's the 0-2. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
One and two. Here it comes. A bouncer up the middle. Lindor is right there. And an offline throw, but boy, look at him stretch out and keep the foot on the bag. Great concentration there for the first out. Digging in and looking for more, Chad Pinder has got 3 hits, including a double to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike one.
Hey, that's a well-executed fastball right there at the bottom of the zone. If he stays there all day, it's going to make for a long day for the offense. Unless they're willing to bend their legs and get down and create some different launch angle, he's on point right now.
Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
In now, Matt Olson. Yes, he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. The matchup numbers with Oliver Perez. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. The 0-1. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. And the pitch. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least 1 more. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Score remains 2-2. Digging in the switch hitter, Francisco Lindor. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Hey, not an easy thing to do to try to come back and tie a game or take the lead off of a guy like this, one of the game's elite closers.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher to get ahead right there. You know you got a star hitter at the plate. He's not afraid to go to 2 strikes or go deep in the count. That's what you have to do. You have to put him at a disadvantage with the count.
The 0-2 pitch. Misses for ball 1.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
Two balls and two strikes, the count to Francisco Lindor. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an the strikeout, and there's one gone.
Wow, we've seen some really impressive pitching in this one. You could say these lineups have been anemic, but I always like to give credit to pitching and defense, and they've been fantastic all game long.
Into the box, Jason Kipnis. He comes in 0 for 4 with an RBI in this one. First offering on its way. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. One out, nobody on. A ball and two strikes to Kipnis.
You know, there aren't many guys that could just spit on an 0-2 pitch like that. Maybe it fooled him. We won't ever know, but it worked out.
The 1-2 misses inside off the plate.
The classic back foot slider right there with two strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Bases are empty, one man out. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
He's just having a hard time putting this guy away. 4 foul balls in this AB. I don't think this pitcher has got something that he can get a swing and a miss on.
And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Leonis Martin.
Coming to the plate now, Leonis Martin. Career against Blake Trinan. He's 1 for 2. Here's the first pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And this will be fouled away. Possible go-ahead runs on first, one away. Fouled off. Lifted down the line in left. And a long run, but he gets there, and that's good range in the outfield as there are 2 gone. Standing in, Jake Bauers. It's been a 2 for 4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. Here's the first pitch. Tight break with the slider there, catches the inside for a strike. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. Indians leave 1. And this game is still tied at 2-2. Striding forward now is the DH, Chris Davis.
For the A's,
hat trick.
the designated hitter, Chris Davis.
Here comes the first pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Oh, and that nearly sent us home and sent this crowd into hysterics, but it'll wind up a foul ball. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. ready to deliver the 1-2. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Into the box now, Jurickson Profar, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. The matchup numbers with Oliver Perez. He's 1 for 3. 1 out, nobody on. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Up and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a little blooper to center.
In comes Naquin, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Hey, nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. I know there's 1 out in the inning. They got 1 more to play with that they could potentially be productive with. But this guy's looking to end this right now and put something in a gap.
Stepping in now, Chris Herman, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. The 0-1. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
I mean, that's just left on left crime right there. He could go to that pitch whenever he wants in this type of matchup.
Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time. Robbie Grossman will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 17, Robbie Grossman.
Now a strike called in the upper part of the zone. The matchup numbers with Oliver Perez. He's 2 for 4. Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. Line to the right side. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And the throw back in is a wild one. And he will make it around as he gets in there at third on what was a terrible throw.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Row, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. Keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Here's the first pitch. Perez with a good fastball there to start the at-bat. No balls and a strike. hit in the air to shallow center. Naquin is there to make the catch, and that means we've got more baseball ahead. A's strand a couple. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Robbie Grossman will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center.
A defensive change for the Athletics. Now playing center field.
Joaquin Soria gets the ball as he'll take over to start this 12th inning.
Now pitching for the Athletics. Number 48, Joaquin Soria.
Next for the Indians is the designated hitter, Bradley Zimmer. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Good fastball there from Soria. It's 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Pinder moves over, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
So striding forward now, Jason Irwin. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Loves hitting left-handed off of right-handed pitchers, hitting over 300 against right-handed pitching.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Grossman has a play. 2 down.
The right fielder, number 2.
At the plate, Mike Freeman hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Ready with the 1-0. Here's a pop-up now. And he's going to get to this thing on the run, and a fine play there will end the inning. So they breeze through this half of the inning. Still 1 run can win this thing as we move ahead to the bottom of inning number 12. And we are tied 2-2. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty, the next to hit, comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Stephen Piscotty.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A high fastball is in there.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attacking the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Shortstop,
Stepping in, Marcus Semien. He was retired via the ground ball. last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this one runs up high. Ball one. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. High pop-up. Bowers is there for it. 2 down.
Now
next up for the A's, Chad Pinder. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Here comes the 1-1. Sent on the ground out to second. On to first, and we're headed to 13 as that ends the inning. A's are gone in order. Score remains 2-2. Digging in, Tyler Naquin, and he'll be the one to begin the inning.
The center fielder, Tyler Naquin.
Now the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Yanked on the ground down the line. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Piscotty's there for it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Digging in once again, Jose Ramirez. Lifetime numbers against Soria. A number of meetings. He's 1 for 7. First pitch of the at-bat. Here's a cold strike about thigh high. 0-1.
Snuck that high hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Take something off, but it's 1-2 now.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2, and if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop.
So next it'll be the 4-hole hitter for the Tribe, Francisco Lindor, and looking to improve on a 1 for 5 effort so far. He's set, and the pitch. Now a changeup here to start things out, but that'll dip a bit too low, and it's 1-0. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to Hackett, you could bet he's not going to hold back.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Ready with the 2-1. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. 2-2. Here it is. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. Down in order go the Tribe. And this game is still tied at 2-2. Brad Hand enters the game now as he'll get the responsibility of trying to send this one to a 14th inning. Striding in for Oakland, Matt Olson. He'll step in trying to do something about this 2-2 tie.
Olsen.
First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there. He struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Into the box, Chris Davis. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Attempting to, as they say, get off the schneid here. 0 for 5 so far. Now the 0-1. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. One out, nobody on. The 1-2. Lifted in the air out towards left center.
Naquin's under it.
He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, second baseman.
Striding in once again, Jurickson Profar. Last time through was a base hit.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Ready on 0-2. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Ready with the 1-2. And he fouls this one off. 2 out, nobody on. Hit down the third baseline. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Naquin is there to make the catch, and that means we've got more baseball ahead. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Stepping in, Jason Kipnis. It was a walk in his last trip.
Jason Kipnis.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Man, when you're struggling at the plate, that pitcher smells blood in the water. He's coming right after you, trying to end it quick.
Here's the 0-2. And a classic 0-2 pitch as the changeup misses low, and it's 1-2 now.
Those were 2 great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
And that misses 2-2. Drilled to the right side. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
I mean, that has to frustrate the guy on the mound right there. You get him down 0-2, no put-away pitch, works the count back to neutral, and is able to mix in a base hit. Nice job.
In now, Leonis Martin. Now a bunt attempt here. Throw's going to go on to first, so a perfect sacrifice there as now the go-ahead run moves into scoring position here.
Number 10.
So a big moment in the ball game here. Jake Bowers, and he could very well get the intentional pass here, as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied. 0-1 the count. Go ahead runs in scoring position here with one away. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, 2 pitches at the knees right now, and you're down 0-2. This is where you got to fight. I want to see a 2-strike approach. Maybe a little choke up, maybe a little fight up the middle the other way. Grind back into this count.
Little chopper back to the mound. And there are 2 away now.
Up next for Cleveland.
So a big spot here, and stepping in, Bradley Zimmer. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Here's the first pitch. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Now the runner breaks for the plate, and a late squeeze attempt, but this will be foul. Go ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Yet another shot to end it right here as we move on to the home half of the inning, and we are tied 2-2. Into the box now, Chris Herman. His career line against Brad Hand. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Josh Begley will get a shot here as a pinch hitter.
Number 19, Josh Begley.
And this is low, ball 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. The 1-0 finds the zone, strike 1. The 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2. I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. The 2-2 hit softly on the ground to third. Ramirez charging in on it, and that's the first out. Now here's Robbie Grossman, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. From the stretch, and he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top level arm like this.
Setting him up inside as he swings and misses for strike 2. Grounder down the line at third, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. The 0-2 once more. Misses. That's ball 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Shin high. That's taken for a ball.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
set. Here's the 2-2. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Kipnis is right there to handle it, and there are 2 gone now. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit hard towards second. On to first, and we're headed for a 15th as that ends the inning. A's are gone in order. Score remains 2-2. Josh Begley will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
For the Athletics. Now catching, number 19, Josh Begley.
Ready for another chance. Jason Irwin, as the switch hitter, will take his cuts left-handed here.
The catcher.
He's set. Here it comes.
Irwin.
Line drive to left. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. So a productive start to the inning for the Tribe as their leadoff hitter is aboard.
The right fielder, number 6.
Boy, D-Row, this is turning into a hit parade, but it's amazing that they've only scored 2 runs up to this point.
Yeah, matter of time, Dan. Got to stay positive. The hardest thing to do in sports is hit a baseball, especially with 40,000 breathing down your neck and runners on second and third. But somebody will come through.
And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tyler Naquin.
So it's first and second now. Nobody out. And into bat next, it'll be Tyler Naquin. Here's the first pitch. Sacrifice attempt here. And he tries the bare hand but can't make the play, and now everybody's safe.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Digging in to try it again, Jose Ramirez. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
And he can't allow the same thing to happen in this situation. This is a big-time spot in this game. He's got to find a way to put the ball in play.
No balls and 1 strike. Irwin on third, Freeman on second, Naquin on at first with nobody out. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Well, we've been treated to a neck-and-neck game so far, and the last thing anybody wants is for a misplayed ball to be the difference. But that's where we're at right now as the error leads to the go-ahead run.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Francisco Lindor. He's got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. Second on the team and runs batted in.
Ryan Dull gets to pitch in this one after all as he answers the call in the 15th inning.
Ryan Dull.
Here's the first pitch to him. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
Hey, I don't have a problem with him taking a pitch right there. It's a good opportunity to see what he's got. Also a good opportunity to see if he's going to be pounding the strike zone.
Hit softly down the line at first, but this will get foul for strike 2. Here's the 0-2. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Tight spot, bases loaded, nobody out. Ready now. 2-strike pitch on its way. Another one sent foul. The next 0-2. Sent on the ground out to second. The second for one. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score.
The batter, number 20.
A bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. 1 run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
Into the box now, Jason Kipnis, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1, and looking to improve on a 1-for-5 effort so far. Here it comes, 1-0. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Now the fastball is swung on and missed.
I got to count 1 and 2.
And he strikes him out here for out number 3, but the damage has been done as now they'll need some extra inning heroics to pull this one out. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error in the inning, and a runner left. And now this crowd finds their club behind the 8 ball here as they don't want to wind up on the losing end of this thing. Cleveland's out in front, 4-2. Leading off the inning, Stephen Piscotty, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, not an easy thing to do, even at home when you're down by 2, trying to score a couple of runs off of one of the game's top closers.
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you could rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
A ball and a strike. Bullet back up the middle. Naquin is right there, 1 down.
The batter, number 10. Shortstop, Marcus Semien.
Now to the plate, Marcus Semien, trying to put it all behind him and break through right here. He's a paltry 0 for 6 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Semien in an 0-2 hole here.
I know he's down in the count right now, and it's not looking good, but he's been swinging the bat so well lately. I don't think he minds this one bit.
1 out, nobody on. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Stepping in now, Chad Pinder, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. He enters this plate appearance 3 for 6 in the ball game thus far. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. And that's going to put an end to this one. And the Indians have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
It's times like these that I wish we were paid by the inning. The game seemed endless, but the fireworks in the top of the 15th were enough to decide it, and they hang on for the nice road win.
4-2 the final score today. Brad Hand claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious Cleveland Indians, 4 runs, 13 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 19 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the AL West, the Indians totaled 13 hits as a team as they took an extra innings victory over the Athletics 4-2. As of today, the A's are in second place in the AL West, while the Indians are leading the Central Division. Mitch Moreland drove home 3 runs as the Red Sox downed the Mariners 8-1. As of right now, the Red Sox sit in third place in the American League East Division, while the Mariners sit in fourth place in the American League West. The Angels grabbed 13 hits in the game as they beat the O's in Baltimore 8-4. At the start of the day, the Orioles are in fourth place in the AL East, while the Angels are in third place in the AL West. The Astros sent 3 balls into the seats as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 6-5. Heading into the day, the Astros sit in first place in the American League West Division, and the Rangers are at the bottom of the division. The Yankees brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 4-2. In the standings, the Rays sit in fourth place in the American League East Division, and the Yankees are atop the division. The White Sox held their opponent to just 2 hits as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 1-0. As of right now, the Blue Jays are leading the American League East, while the White Sox are atop the AL Central. The Phillies finished off a 3-game sweep as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 5-2. As of today, the Royals sit in third place in the American League Central, while the Phillies sit in first place in the National League East Division. Marwin Gonzalez went deep twice as the Twins disposed of the Tigers 3-1. He is currently among the AL leaders in batting average. At the start of the day, the Twins sit in last place in the American League Central Division, while the Tigers are fourth in the division. The New York Mets combined for a 4-hitter as they beat the visiting Marlins 4-2. In the standings, the Mets are in fourth place in the NL East, while the Marlins are at the bottom of the division. The Cubs had 12 hits as a team as they got the best of the Brewers at home 5-1. Heading into the day, the Cubs are in first place in the NL Central, while the Brewers are fourth in the division. John Gant got his second W of the season, helping the Cards pass the Buccos 4-3. As of today, the Cardinals sit in second place in the National League Central, while the Pirates are third in the division. The Atlanta Braves finished off the 4-game sweep as they got a road win against Arizona 5-3. The win was their 5th straight as a team. As of right now, the Diamondbacks sit in fourth place in the National League West, while the Braves are in third place in the NL East. The Padres smacked 15 team hits as they toppled the Rockies 9-0. At the start of the day, the Rockies are in third place in the NL West, and the Padres are second in the division. The Washington Nationals hit 3 long balls as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 4-3. Entering the day's action, the Dodgers sit in last place in the National League West Division, while the Nationals are in second place in the NL East. The Reds knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 5-4. Heading into the day, the Giants are leading the National League West, and the Reds sit in fourth place in the National League Central Division. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.